Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich with your Tarot Talk Tuesday. Just a note before we go into today's Two of Cups. I was about to say swords, and I was about to say wands, and now I say cups. We're on track. Just to let you know that I do have two puppies here, and they may be whining or wanting for attention, so that might be something that is picked up in the background, and I also apparently have an itchy nose. My partner went out to do a little shopping that needed to get done for today, and yeah, I am here with the puppies. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, before I go any further, I do want to give a shout out to our patron, one of our Patreon founders, and that is Sophia. Thank you, Sophia. I also want to say that if you want to become a patron and help out with the Christo-Pagan church that we are starting here on YouTube, go down into the description box below, click that. You can donate for as little as $5 a month. And as of January, the founder section will be closed, and then we're going to readjust the tiers and whatnot. But I am going to be relying on the founders, especially here in the coming days and weeks, in order to solidify some of the more crucial things as far as needing to be able to set up other parts such as the Facebook group and whatnot. What are we going to call the church that we have here? Come here, Dobby. Come here. You want to come say hi? Come here. He's whining because Papa is not paying attention to him, and his daddy isn't home right now. Hey, look right here. Come on, Bubba. Look in the camera. Look in the camera. See, this is what we do. He gives the best hugs, and he gives really good kisses too. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into I was on the part about some things that we need to do with Patreon and whatnot. Is I still need to set up the Facebook group and get all that set up, but without having a name for the church. I don't want to just put a placeholder name, because that placeholder name will be permanent. So yeah, let's go ahead and figure out the name for this church that we have going here. And then some other things after that, such as, do you have any input as to how I could change the service setup and whatnot? We do have our catechism type classes going on Sundays, and I do urge people to watch that before actually, January, whenever the services are starting, so you actually have an idea of what's going on and why I'm doing some things that I'm doing. Anyway, all that being said, let's get into today's tarot talk. We had puppy time, we had ad time, and now we have the actual thing that you all came here for. So let's get our card up there. We're talking about the Two of Cups, and that's not what I wanted. I wanted this one, and it's not showing up. Rude. Okay. I checked this beforehand, and it was working just fine. And there we go. Maybe is that it? Hey, we got it. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have the Pictorial Key of the Tarot by A.E. Waite. As per usual, we're going to go ahead and read what A.E. Waite has to say about this card, and then we'll go into, what I actually use it for and how I remember what this card is representing and whatnot, and hopefully that helps all of y'all for doing your own tarot readings and whatnot. He writes, "A youth and maiden are pledging one another, and above their cups rises the I always have an issue pronouncing this, caduceus of Hermes. between the great wings of which there appears a lion's head. It is a variant of a sign which is found in a few old examples of this card. Some curious emblematical meanings are attached to it, but they do not concern us in this place. Okay, so he's completely negating some of the older symbols, or the emblematic meanings of what is going on here, which is interesting. I find that interesting. Divinatory meanings: love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord, sympathy, and interrelation of the sexes, and as a suggestion, apart from all offices of divination. That's weird. That desire which is not in nature, but by which nature is sanctified. That's weird. That is a weird phrasing, and I'm not sure exactly how I feel about that. I will agree with him at part of this. Love, passion, friendship, affinity, union, concord, sympathy, maybe sympathy, in interrelation of the sexes. Okay, I agree with that. However, I don't know what to make from this last line here, and he doesn't really give a reversed meaning. Dobby, come here. He is whining. I do apologize. If that's coming through on your side, I do apologize for that. But he is a very anxious puppy, and he is all about being with his humans whenever they are around. And when they're not around, he gets very anxious. So that's another reason why I'm really glad that we end up getting his sister, so that, you know, they actually play with one another. But sometimes a little anxiety for him. I'm gonna pause right here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're just gonna do this like this, and I'm gonna just have him right here because he's a little anxious today, and I don't know why. So I'm just gonna pet him right here, and we're gonna discuss this card. So hopefully this comes out okay, and I don't have to reshoot this video. Okay. So one thing that, first off, I want to talk about is the way that the individuals are placed in this card. It's very much reminiscent of the Lover's card, and I would argue that this is more of a Lover's card than what the Lover's card actually is. You have them standing there with their cups out as if they are cheering to one another or sharing this moment with one another. And you see the caduceus, I think is I think that's how it's pronounced. You see that in between them, so their union is actually forming another part, another intertwining of something. Whether this is with individuals who are friends or who are lovers or just business partners. This is something that is forming between them. So yes, we can take and negate some of the meanings of the messenger, Hermes and whatnot. But the thing that I take away from this is that it creates something more. It creates something that is in between them, that lasts and grows and forms in its own right. Just so you know, I still have the puppy right down on my legs. I put my legs up on the little kitty tree here so he can actually lay down on my legs while they're outstretched. This is how he likes it. This is how he likes to be comforted, is just sitting there being pet. So yeah, we do this often, especially out on the back deck. Anyway, enough about the puppies. So look at how these two individuals are looking into each other's eyes. You really see a love, a trust, a bond forming there. The male looking individual has his hand outstretched to the female-looking individual, um, sort of, sort of as if he's reaching out to her in union of some sort. So they are really having that connection to one another. It also appears, if you look at his feet, that he is stepping one step closer, as if he's making the first move. Whether or not he's actually stepping forward or stepping back, or just standing there and it's the angle and whatnot, is up for debate, and I guess that could be debated. As you see, both of them have crowns, like the laurel leaf crown and looks like a rose crown, um, respectively. That this is more of a ceremony type of issue. So we're looking at maybe a marriage or a bonding ceremony of some sort, maybe like a hand fasting type of deal. And hold on, there we go. I had to get his leg up. Okay. Because you were slipping. So here's what we take away from the Two of Cups, is that this is the situation where two people are interacting and they're really starting to have that bond, that they're forming that bond, that they're building up that bond together. They are trusting in one another. They are either in love with one another. They may have a partnership with one another, as platonic partnership, but a very deep sense of trust between one another. So it is very much about what goes on in between these two individuals. So that's what I take away from the upright. Now, in the reversed, let me get that up here. In the reverse, this can be more of the inward looking. So you're looking more at like having self-love, or it's a suggestion of having self-love or love for oneself, to not take it so hard on yourself, to kind of look inward at yourself, maybe take a break from relationships if you are not in one. Practice some of that self-love, that self-care stuff that we are all talking about, or that we should all be talking about. Having that self-love, and really, you gonna get down? You gonna jump down? You brave boy, go ahead. You brave boy, go ahead. You can jump down. It's okay. No? No? You not feeling brave? Okay. Here. Papa put you down. Good. There. Good boy. We try. Anyway. This is the self-love aspect, where you take some time, look inward to yourself, and really work on some of those parts of yourself that you're really hard on yourself about. So this, for one, may be representing that you need to have self-love, self-care time. This could also mean an end to a relationship, an end to a partnership. Maybe the trust is not really there anymore, and I certainly know how this feels. Unfortunately, sometimes in life we do have those situations where, relationships end, and relationships kind of fizzle out, whether they are friendships, partnerships, or love. Sometimes it just comes to an end. And these are the times whenever the Two of Cups in reverse may come up. Again, this is not a definite, always this is what's going to be. This could just be saying, take some time for yourself and, care about yourself a little bit more than what you have been in the past. So I don't want to sit there and say that, just because this came up, you're definitely going to have a relationship that flounders. This may just be saying, hey, have some self-love for yourself. Anyway, overall, the Two of Cups is a wonderful card to come up. If it's not meaning a breakup in reverse, it's wonderful. in all other aspects. It tells you that you need to have self-love if it comes in reverse. These are important things that we need to start looking at, especially in our day-to-day life, to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves, as many of us tend to take care of other people around us. Sometimes we neglect to see how we need to care for ourselves. In the upright, it's even better because it has that connection to another person, that you are either cultivating a relationship or you're building a relationship. Maybe a new relationship is coming in, that type of thing. So this is a really good card to have come up in any reading. I believe it is. So if you have anything to give or take away from this conversation that maybe I missed, maybe you noticed and I didn't, such as I think it was with was it one of the swords or one of the wands? It was one of those. One of y'all pointed out, hey, their shoes are different colors, and I didn't realize that. I know that for another one, but I think it was in one of the, was it the swords? Maybe it was the wands. But one of y'all commented about that and had some wonderful insights about that. So I really enjoy whenever y'all comment on these videos and tell me, hey, you missed this. And I'd be like, you're totally right. And that can kind of have a different meaning altogether for the entirety of the card. So anyway, now I have both puppies down here on the floor, and one is trying to get her head in the... Let me just show you this thing. Oops, sorry. This is what Jelly lays on whenever she's in here. And little Tonks had her whole head and like upper body in one of those holes. Can you believe this? This is what I deal with these two and their shenaniganery. I kind of love it, and I'm absolutely fascinated by what these puppies get into. But yeah, we're keeping an eye on them to make sure that they don't get into too much. Especially this little girl. Hey, Tonks, do you wanna see people? I'm gonna try to bring her up here. And here's my little Tonksy. My little Tonks. So, yeah, anyway, that's all that I have for today's Tarot Talk Tuesday. If you have any comments, questions, anything like that, put them down in the comment section down below. I will be doing a video here in the future, going through the comments and answering them all at once, because I am very far behind on responding to comments. So do look forward to that video. And yeah, until next time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos, and hit that like or dislike button. Doesn't matter to me. It all appeases the algorithmic gods of YouTube. All hail the algorithmic gods of YouTube. And until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye bye.